Hey, Alex.
Hey, Marla.
So why'd the other URL not work?
I don't know, which is a problem because the ones I sent you to put in the agenda then probably will not work either. So I need to figure that out. So I will run some tests and try and figure out what I did wrong and see whether I can edit those previous links I sent out. Fortunately, I don't think I did change the bit.ly URLs. So again, I'll try and figure out what's going on.
So Air gives you the record capability.
Yeah, it does it by default.
Versus Hangouts, which you have to manually record or meet.
You have to have some other facility that's actually going to do the recording for you. So I'm not sure how you would do that. You could potentially have somebody join the meeting that would then be recording it.
No, I just was wondering if that was easier. I thought our Hangouts. Me.
Yeah, I think one of the limitations with Hangouts on Air is there's a limit, a lower limit. I think it's 10.
Oh, you
Active.
think it's number of people?
Yep. And then, so if it goes beyond that 10, I would defer to, I'd say people can watch the more or less live YouTube streaming view of it, but then they just can't be interactive.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm fine with Air. I just don't know anything about how it works, so.
Yeah.
So I wonder if other people are, because I think Brian and.
Yep, I think I see Brian now.
Brian, are you there?
Can you hear me, Brian?
Brian, you there?
I see him. I think
I
that's
can see
Brian.
him too. Yeah, it is Brian. Brian, can you hear us? Is there a chat? It doesn't look like there's a chat option, does there?
Ah, there is. It's up in the upper left. So it's the old Hangouts.
I know. Oh, it's over here.
Yeah.
Screen share chat. Brian's frozen. But you know, it looks like you can't see me, can you?
I cannot see you now.
Yeah,
There you are.
Yeah. Brian there, he's just dead frozen.
Yeah, it looks like he moved a little bit there. Is he at home? I'm trying to figure
No,
out
he's
his
in his
document.
office. No, he's in his office. He's running around the corner.
Is he? All right. See if emails sent an email.
Hey, Brian, can you hear us?
I can't seem to get on the test hangout.
Well, did you see the new URL? I mean, you're with Alex and I. We can see you. Can you see us?
I cannot see you. I just seem to be frozen. So.
That's weird because we can see you and you're moving. Oh. Yes, and we can see you waving. Can you see Alex waving?
I can't see anything. All I see is the little picture of the group, Westnet group.
He said he's seeing a picture of the Westnet group.
Yeah.
That's weird because Alex and I can see each other and we can see you.
Yeah, it looks like I just have the little spinning wheel of death. So just close it and get out as quickly as possible.
So you tried.
I just tried the new URL.
Okay, you did try that, and we can see you. Like I just IM'd you in that window because I can see you in the IM window, and like Seth Levine just joined.
Can you hear us, Seth?
Yes, I can.
Oh, that's weird. So Brian, it must be you because Seth can hear us.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it just must be. I might have too many windows open. So I have a lot of windows open.
And there may have been a dialog box that that popped up initially saying you're about to join the Hangout on Air. Did you get that and do the acknowledgement of it?
Yeah, so there's a thing that comes up saying I acknowledge that I'm going to be seen and recorded, and you have to check yes. Did you see that come up?
I did see that, yeah.
Okay, did you check?
Yeah. I'll try from a different browser, see if that helps.
Okay, all right, thanks. Bye, Brian.
If I'm ever able to close it, and then I'll hide my screen. So I didn't really.
Bye.
Thanks, Marla.
Bye. When in doubt, use the telephone. Hey, Seth. Seth, can you hear us?
I can.
Okay.
Okay.
But you're not moving. You're frozen. I can hear you, but you're physically not moving.
I am moving.
Weird. Weird. You just look frozen.
I am most definitely moving.
Huh.
And your video is on. Let me hold on. Let me get in, see if I can control some things here. The control room. Yeah, I see. So I see. Yeah, everything looks on. There. Now I see a better view of you. I think Seth.
Oh, there we go. Seth.
I turned my video back off and on.
Now it's
to try to help.
Back to where it was, where it's just a still shot.
It's just a picture of you. We're not seeing your camera. So in Google, you need to go up. There's like at the very top, there's a thing that says settings. There's a little steering wheel thing. Oh, there you are. Ah, we can see you moving. Wow.
Yeah.
You're alive. So Seth, I'm Marla, and this is Alex Shaw. So Alex is back working for NOAA for a few minutes, for 3 weeks.
Well, I have to pass the house first, so.
Oh, does it? Well, I thought it was a done deal.
Nope.
Oh, really? Oh. I thought we were all going to go out and spend wildly tonight. So Seth, you know, so you're doing AV for both rooms. So we're in the Computing Commons Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we didn't think we had to do any video for Monday, but one of our people presenting is he's battling cancer, and he's going to have to miss being there in person. So he's going to present remotely. We don't need to record, and we don't need, tons of interaction. But presumably if we just set up a Google, you're even in your office, Alex.
Hello.
Oh, wow. There is the Computing Commons. So if I just join that room to a Google Meet, and Ken either figures out how to present his slides, or so Ken's going to have to join that Google Meet. Either I can present his slides from my laptop at the podium, being in the same meet, or he can present his slides himself. Is that going to work from the Computing Commons using your machine that's up there?
Well, that's what Antonio's doing right now.
Okay. So in theory, there's a browser, and we can go to the URL, and that should all work okay.
So is there a better technology that you guys are more familiar with that you'd rather use?
Thank you for asking. That is the million-dollar question. So Zoom is ASU's enterprise video conference solution, and it is the service that we are more comfortable with and familiar with supporting. It is also something that we have access to support for should there be something unusual go wrong. With Google Hangouts, there's really nobody we can call if it goes bad. If Google happens to recognize something going on in the meeting that it considers to be copyrighted material, it can shut us down.
So I use Zoom. NCAR's a Google shop, and NOAA's a Google shop, but we use Zoom. I use Zoom personally for other meetings. Would you guys rather us use Zoom? We're not married to Google, I don't think. Alex, I mean.
Yeah. So the only gotcha is for the Wednesday afternoon, Thursday session, or is it Wednesday all day? I can't remember.
All day Thursday, half day Friday.
Okay, all day Thursday, half day Friday. For that session, they're going to want to have that archived. So do you have the capability of archiving the meeting? Okay.
Yeah, we can record in Zoom.
Okay,
So,
cool.
so I guess the question for you is, I mean, we're not trying to bypass you. Lev wasn't coming to the meeting, and actually, I don't think have anybody from ASU coming to the meeting, and so we felt like we were kind of going to have to support this ourselves. So I had asked my team to do that. But if you guys are willing to quote support it, whatever that means, we're happy to use Zoom. And if it's as simple as just giving us a Zoom link for each day, that we can share with our, and Monday, there's just this one remote presentation. We're not really planning on people attending remotely. I mean, Ken might want to sit in all day. I don't know what he's planning to do. And then, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's, I think, just 1 or 2 remote presentations. Again, we're not planning to have attendance remotely. And then, as Alex said, Thursday, Friday are the Navajo Tech Workshop, and that we want to record, and we do want people to be able to present remotely, and we want people to be able to attend remotely. And that, unfortunately, is the one that's in the turquoise room for all day Thursday, because we didn't think Computing Commons was going to be big enough. Now, to be perfectly honest,
Sorry about that.
I think
I lost the last 30 seconds because that headphones I was wearing battery.
So, I mean, we moved it to the turquoise because we thought we could have up to 70 people. And we thought we were going to be too big for the Computing Commons, but it turns out that Navajo Tech right now we're sitting okay for attendance, so we could actually move it to Computing Commons. I don't know how much confusion that's going to cause if we suddenly change the room. So we could have everything in the Computing Commons. And we would just cancel the turquoise, but we're having a dinner in the turquoise room, so that's kind of complicated. So yeah, that's the complication. Is Thursday we move to the turquoise room.
Is there a problem with you guys supporting Zoom in that room?
There's a little bit of a problem in terms of resources for us because we have another great big event that same day, but the good news is it's also in the MU. So Antonio, in case you didn't see the calendar, we have OECOP that morning as well. But we can split up and do that.
So I guess can I ask a stupid question? What does support mean? I mean, if you guys briefed us Thursday morning in the turquoise room.
Yeah, I mean, support really means being there at the beginning and starting your Zoom meeting and making sure that everything's working and you're happy, and then we don't need to stay.
Okay, because we're happy to help as much as we can. So Alex, do you think we should just move to Zoom and let these guys? I mean, you guys did a great job the last time we were there. You did do everything on Zoom, and you supported everything, and you did a fabulous job. And we, as I said, we weren't trying to go around you. We were trying to minimize how much you had to do.
Lots of people do that, thinking that they're helping us, and we appreciate it usually. But for a high-profile meeting like this, especially if Lev is involved, even if he's not going to be present, we would want to have more control over it.
Well, I'm happy with that. And to be honest, I've used Zoom, and one of my concerns, Alex, is sometimes people have trouble getting into Google. Like I just tried to do something with Learn at Texas with Rob Sears, and she couldn't get, it was asking her to install something on her browser, and she couldn't get it installed. And I do think Zoom's a little more open than Google.
Yep. And there is more involved than just starting it up and letting it go. I mean, Antonio does a lot of work. I know I do a lot of work when I'm supporting VTC at these sessions, so I would not discount Antonio's help and everything that he does. So
yeah, it's really, I mean, Antonio, are you willing to kind of attend and help out, and you're certainly welcome. Hopefully it's a somewhat interesting meeting. And again, you don't have to be there the whole time, but we could access you if we're having problems. And as I said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's not a big issue. And to be honest, the two people talking remotely are my staff, and so if we had to switch over to a Google Hangout just for that session, we could.
I'm planning to be here, so either we using Zoom or Google Hangouts. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one. So, and it's gonna be the same. The reason we're using this computer is to be able to access the camera and the microphone on the phone. So, and like Seth mentioned, Zoom, that's the application we use now, ASU, and the only thing your group gonna need to do is just use the link we're gonna provide.
Well, I'm happy to do that, and Alex, if you think that's okay, and if you guys are willing to help us out, we'd really appreciate it.
And Marla, are there a lot of panel sessions in the NTU meeting? I was under the impression there might be.
Yeah, but they're not going to be, I don't think, panels, Alex, like we think of panels where everybody's sitting up at the front of the room together. I think be panels as in each entity will present, and
we can use there's a couple of tables over here we can just put on the front of the room.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is for that meeting. That's going to be in a turquoise room, not in computing commons. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's we start out with a panel, but again, I think it's going to be each person kind of going up and doing a few slides, and then they may stand up there and answer questions. But yeah, if you have a mic that we could just put at a table at the front, or just people could hand around at the front, that would work.
You think one mic would be enough?
I would think so. To be honest, I've never been in the turquoise room, so all I've seen is pictures of it. In my mind, I'm thinking of the computing commons, which of course has that nice front section. The turquoise room is kind of just a big rectangular room, right? And we've asked them to set it up classroom style with rows of tables and power strips. So presumably there could be just a table at the front by the podium, and if we just had one mic there, I think that would be fine.
So there'll be one mic that's attached to the podium that's there, and then they can provide another handheld wireless microphone.
Okay.
And we'll probably tap off of the sound system in that room to feed our video conference.
So do you need me to do anything talking to the Memorial Center people about what we need in the turquoise room, or?
I think I can do that.
Okay. I can forward you, Julie did the reservation, and I can send you the order for the room.
And including the seating chart or the room layout that you requested?
Yeah, I think it's in there. So let me see if I can find, because I remember I asked a stupid question about it being classroom style, and she said, oh, it's in there.
The only other thing with it being recorded is, do we want another microphone that could go out in the audience for when people in the audience are asking questions? Or we just have the presenter or panel repeat the question?
So we're probably not going to be able to do two cameras for you. So people in the audience are not going to be on camera asking questions. Okay. We may be able to do a ASU branded catchbox mic, one that can be thrown around to the participants. I don't know if it's that kind of crowd or not.
Sure.
But that might work for you in order to get the the participants' questions amplified.
Trying to figure out where here's the pictures of the room. Here's her confirming the turquoise room. Just trying to find where the contract is, sorry. She says we have it scheduled to be set classroom style 102 for 102, 3 people at each 6-foot table. Every table does not have power, but they can bring a charging station that's outside the room. I'm not sure I have a signed. She says, yes, the contract is signed. You're all set. But I'm having trouble finding a signed contract. I'll get it from Julie and get it to you, Seth.
Okay.
But yeah, I've seen it somewhere. I just am having trouble. Oh, here's a revised signed document. Yeah, so Memorial Center, it's classroom 102, room charge, reminders, data projectors 1, podium 1, microphone turquoise, handheld wireless 1, 30 rectangular tables. So yeah, so I'll forward this to you.
Great.
Seth, you're Seth Levine.
Yes.
And Alex, just so you have it, I'll just send it to you and
I just joined. I'm sorry.
okay, Fabian. So, we are actually on a Google On Air, but we're talking to Seth and Antonio, and they would really rather support Zoom because that's their home, and that's how the room is set up, and they're happy to help us run this. So Alex and I think that's the safer thing to do. We're also, having some problems getting people into the Hangout On Air. So unless you guys have some objection, we're gonna switch this to Zoom. They'll get us links for each. Seth and Antonio, will you do like a link each day?
Do you have a preference? It can be the same one for the whole time.
Oh, if it can be the same one, I don't know, Alex. Do you think that's simpler?
That's better.
Yeah.
We had separate links because there was a duration limitation, and we don't want people to get kicked out.
Yeah, if we can do a single link every day, that'd be fabulous. And then they said they can record Thursday and Friday. So that was one of the other requirements, and that they can support both people, presenting and the Navajo Tech people attending.
Well, it sounds like yeah. Let's leave it to the professionals.
Well, and they did it for us 2 years ago, and I should have reached out to Antonio. That was my fault. So.
And the reason I don't even have a camera is because I was pulling stuff off just to have extra. So I took the camera off of my machine already for getting ready for travel. So
Fabian, I don't think you need to carry anything. Alex, I don't think you need to carry anything. Alex is driving, so I guess he can carry whatever he wants. But
well, I guess I'll ask Alex. Would you like me to leave your array mic here?
I might as well bring it, and I could just grab it from you from there.
Okay, I'll take it for you.
So, is there any limit on the number of people who could participate in a Zoom session, or is it pretty high?
Ordinarily 100. If you think it needs to be more than that, I can make it be more than that.
No, 100 is plenty. So, well, fabulous. So what I usually do, and I don't know what time he is, I'll probably show up about 7 on Monday morning in the Computing Commons just to sort of make sure the catering's doing what it's supposed to do. The meeting Monday morning is the CIOs from campuses. I think we have about more than normal, 30 or 40 CIOs showing up. So, and then we usually set up catering just either at the back of the room or outside. Not that that matters to you, but anyways, I'll be there to sort of make sure that catering, everything goes okay. So, I'm happy to meet you. Fabian will be down there. I think Alex isn't arriving till later on Monday. So, and Brian, I don't think you're coming Monday either. So,
that is correct. Yeah,
yeah,
I won't be there till Monday night. Correct.
Right. So Fabian and I are happy to meet you guys whenever, it works well for you, and do whatever you guys need us to do to help you. And then Tuesday, the meetings don't actually start until 8:30. But the continental breakfast starts at 7:30 and or at 8, I think. I'm looking at the wrong calendar. Get the right. And do you want me to send you the agendas? Would that help?
Sure.
Okay,
It's
so
always good for us to know everything. I think you said there was one session on Monday that needed a remote participant.
Yeah, so Monday, the CIO meeting. Trouble getting to my right meeting here.
Yeah, he's a remote presenter.
Actually, that meeting starts at 8. Breakfast starts at 7:30, and then Ken Klingenstein will be a VTC that day. So we're going to need him to be able to present remotely, and he may want to sit in on some of the other sessions. So he's the only one presenting remotely, Ken.
And only remote attendee, as far as we know.
And we haven't invited him. We're intending to. We're making sort of special compensation for Ken. And then the meeting Tuesday is the main WestNet meeting, and it starts at the breakfast is at 8 and starts at 8:30. And that one, again, we aren't planning people attending remotely. We just have, I think it's just our people, and they're actually not presenting till Wednesday, so we don't really need VTC on Tuesday. We would need it Wednesday. The only reason I'm hedging some of this is, if something weird happens with air travel and somebody can't get there, right, it might not be bad for us to have a VTC in our back pocket, that we could have somebody come into if they can't get there for some reason.
Sure.
Hopefully things calm down in the airports now that things are open back up. But
in the past, there have been remote participants that I was surprised, just because we announced it and people joined. So I would expect the same thing to happen if this is announced to the greater group. Do
you think if we offer it, Alex, and it's on the so you think we should just go ahead and open them up for all the days? Okay. All right, so I'll get you the 3 agendas for the CIO and WestNet and the Navajo Tech.
Got a question. For the meetings on the MU, the first one is on Thursday. Do we know if we're gonna have time to set up and test?
I think we have the room all day, so
Wednesday.
I'm hoping we can go in there fairly early. We have to be out of there by 7 p.m. because there's another meeting they're setting up for Friday. So.
No, I'm talking about Wednesday. If we're gonna have time later that day to get into the room.
Oh, you want to know whether you could get in like Wednesday late? I can ask Julie if she can find that out. And let you know. So I'll check that out, Antonio.
Okay, thanks.
I mean, I assume they probably do set up Wednesday night, right? So they probably will be open for them doing table setups, so that if we're starting at early Wednesday morning or Thursday morning.
It all depends on the.
Yeah.
if they have some meetings,
Right.
none might be able to get in. So, but hopefully, that works better for us instead of kind of bringing everything in to the setup and testing right before the meeting.
Okay. All right, I'll check out whether we can get in there Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday late, and if not, at least Thursday early. All right, well, we really appreciate it. I will send my cell phone number in the link the agenda links I send you. Don't hesitate. And Fabian, I assume you're okay if I give you your cell phone number.
Yeah, that's fine.
And if you need anything, I'm coming in actually tomorrow, Saturday. So if you need anything at all, just don't hesitate to either call me or text me or email me or whatever. And then I'll plan on seeing you guys early Monday morning.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks so much. Sorry for the late fire drill. I really appreciate it. So do you think, now to add one more fire drill, do you think you can when would I get a link so that I could send it out to Ken and the CIOs and get it on the agenda? And
I'm doing it right now.
oh, well, there you go.
So just after we hang up, I'll send it to you.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys, and hopefully the weather's going to be nice.
Today, it's in the 70s.
Hey, Seth. Also include, a link for some tutorials related to Zoom, how to use it, especially to share content, things like that, and enable the camera and microphone.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks all.
All right. Thanks a lot. See you guys down there. Safe travels to everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.